Hello, welcome to Eat the Rainbow, how to include more fruits and vegetables into our diets for optimal nutrition. My name is Cory Tripp, a graduate student and dietetic intern here at USC, and I'll be your guide for this video. There is also a workbook to go along with this video. Feel free to reach out to Julie Chobdi, Health and Wellbeing Program Manager, to request the workbook. Today we'll be covering 5 sections: an introduction and background, daily requirements for fruit and vegetable intake, what serving sizes are and how to track them, some easy meal and snack ideas to help incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your diet, and finally, an explanation and recipe for each of 7 healthy cooking methods. The aims of this presentation are to 1. Learn about important molecules in fruits and vegetables that are beneficial to your health. 2. Identify gaps in your daily fruit and vegetable intake. 3. Fill those gaps with simple, easy meal and snack ideas. 4. Learn about the benefits of several cooking methods, as well as a sample recipe for each method. Please note that if your doctor or other healthcare professional has given you instructions that contradict what is in this workbook and video, you should follow those orders instead or talk with your doctor before modifying your daily intake. According to recent CDC data, only 12.3% of US adults consume the recommended amount of fruit, and only 10% of the recommended amount of vegetables. Fruit and vegetables are more than just roughage. They also contain vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that we can't get elsewhere. A phytonutrient, also called a phytochemical, is a naturally occurring molecule in plants that are associated with health benefits when incorporated into our diet. Many phytonutrients are correlated with a particular pigment, so eating a wide variety of colorful produce is the best way to take in the whole range of phytonutrients. There are so many phytonutrients that it would be impossible to cover them all in one presentation, so today we'll focus on 5 subgroups and in which fruits and vegetables they can be found. It is important to note that a single fruit or vegetable can contain many different kinds of phytonutrients, and increasing daily consumption, even by a little bit, has a positive impact on health. First, let's talk about anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are found in many purple, red, and blue fruits and vegetables, such as red cabbage, plums, red radishes, beets, strawberries, berries, and cherries. Anthocyanins have anti-inflammatory properties and can slow or reverse the course of certain metabolic diseases and cardiovascular diseases. Carotenoids are powerful antioxidants found in many of our orange or red colored fruits and vegetables, such as pumpkins, carrots, watermelon, tomatoes, papaya, sweet potatoes, butternut squash, spinach, arugula, oranges, and limes. Our bodies can convert certain carotenoids into vitamin A, which is essential for proper vision and immunity. Lutein and zeaxanthin are 2 specific carotenoids that are known to be particularly protective against age-related vision problems by absorbing blue light, as well as acting as antioxidants to stop free radical damage in the eye from UV light. Once damage has occurred to the eye, lutein and zeaxanthin are less effective, so it's best to consume them in good amounts as soon as you start incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your diet. They can be found in many of the other carotenoid plants, but are especially abundant in spinach, parsley, kale, collard greens, basil, leeks, peas, bell peppers, carrots, and broccoli. Glucosinolates are sulfur-containing phytonutrients found most abundantly in vegetables like cabbage and its relations, such as collard greens, broccoli, cabbage, mustard greens, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and turnip greens. This class of phytonutrient is known to help in the prevention of many cancers, as well as to act as antimicrobials and antioxidants. Phenolic acids is a group of phytonutrients that doesn't necessarily correlate to a specific color or range of colors like most of the previous groups have. They can be found in large quantities in cherries, pears, grapefruits, oranges, white potatoes, strawberries, artichokes, onions, kiwis, apples, and even coffee. Many kitchen herbs contain phenolic acid as well. This class of phytonutrient is known for its anti-cancer and antimicrobial properties and has beneficial effects on blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Now let's discuss daily requirements for fruits and vegetables, which is usually based on a person's calorie needs. Of course, daily calorie needs can vary based on age, sex, and activity level, but these serving amounts in the chart for fruits and vegetables are considered to be useful general guidelines. Please note the vegetable section is broken down by category, and these subcategories provide cup servings needed per week, not day. If you don't want to dive this deep, not a problem. Simply consuming more fruits and vegetables up until you hit those requirements is wonderful. Make sure to vary which ones you eat or have a regular rotation. If you do want to dive deeper, you can get personalized fruit and vegetable daily requirements from the USDA's MyPlate plan, an online calculator that gives you your needs based on age, sex, height, weight, and activity level. Please note that the start button for the calculator is in the banner on the left of the page. Next up is serving sizes and tracking intake. If you have access to measuring cups and the time to cook, the given fruit and vegetable cup measurements in the previous chart are really useful. However, if you're quickly throwing together a meal or trying to figure out serving sizes while eating out, you may find this easy visual reference to be more helpful. The fist of an average sized hand is about the size of 1 cup, which is the normal serving size for fruits and vegetables. Half of an average sized fist is approximately 1/2 cup, which is the normal serving size for dried fruits and vegetables. Most of us are not aware of exactly how many servings of fruits and vegetables we consume in a day, so tracking for 2 to 3 days, whether consecutive or not, is a good way to learn what your baseline intake is. Doing this right after eating each time is best. That way you don't forget sizes. If you're not sure about the amounts, writing down something like a side of green beans or 1 banana is still very useful. We provide a printable table in the PDF version of the workbook, but feel free to screen grab this image and print it out. If you prefer digital tracking, you can make a new note on your phone's note app, create a very simple Excel sheet, or send yourself an email chain or keep a draft with your list of fruits and vegetable servings per day. Please remember that tracking is only used for the brief time needed to establish your initial intake. After that, except for the occasional check-ins, tracking can become obsessive, and that will create more stress. We want eating to be not just a way to provide nutrients to our bodies, but also a way to have fun and experience new things. Ready to begin adding in more produce to your diet? The following slides contain some suggestions for each meal of the day and snacks. When buying ingredients or prepared meals, here are a few tips to remember. Using fresh or frozen ingredients doesn't normally really make a difference in terms of nutrition, though do be sure to check the sodium content in frozen items. Dried fruit is also a good option if fresh or frozen fruits aren't at hand. It's best to pick dried fruit that is unsulfured and unsweetened. Finally, the ultimate goal is to eat a wide variety of types and colors. Try some new fruits and vegetables every once in a while and see if you like them enough to add into your rotation. Here are some breakfast ideas that include fruits and vegetables, some needing more time to prepare than others. Feel free to use some of these, add your own seasonings, or create your own ideas. You could make quick vegetable hash with frozen or fresh bell peppers, onions, and potatoes. Make or buy smoothies that include both fruits and vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach and kale provide a nutrient boost with little added flavor. Add a protein and a healthy fat, either incorporated or on the side, to make it a complete meal. Try a plant-based protein like tofu or soy chorizo as a replacement for or in addition to scrambled eggs. Mix fresh, frozen, or dried foods into oatmeal or with yogurt and granola. Make a frittata or quiche with your favorite vegetables. The most common are mushrooms, spinach, bell peppers, asparagus, tomatoes, and onions. Here are some ideas for getting creative with lunch. A lot of these are simply examples of where to put in variety or try new fruits and vegetables. Throw some broccoli or cauliflower and a teaspoon of water into microwave-safe Tupperware to steam in the microwave at work and eat alongside leftovers from last night's main dish. Make a bibimbap-style bowl with rice on the bottom and small portions of a variety of cooked vegetables, often spinach, bean sprouts, carrots, zucchini, cucumbers, onions, and kimchi, with protein and a preferred sauce. Build a sweet salad with any type of dark greens, plus have grapes, chopped apples, strawberry slices, walnut pieces, and a light vinaigrette. Make it a complete meal by adding chickpeas or shredded chicken. Use half the normal amount of jams or fruit jellies in a PB&J. replacing the rest with sliced strawberries or bananas. Even just varying what types of greens and tomatoes you put in a sandwich is a great way to get in more kinds of vegetables. Dinner is usually the meal that we take the most time on in terms of prep, so we've included meal ideas that may take a little bit longer. If you're worried about time, try buying pre-chopped ingredients like diced onions or minced garlic, cubed butternut squash, or pre-made breadcrumbs. Roast kabocha or butternut squash with beets for a sweet, colorful side dish. Mix together a simple tomato sauce with chopped vegetables to go over pasta or zucchini spirals. Grill or roast vegetable skewers alone or with protein. Common vegetables used are mushrooms, eggplant, bell peppers, red onions, tomatoes, leeks, and artichokes. Use a crock pot or Instapot to make stew with potatoes, turnips, carrots, green peas, vegetable broth, and a protein. Another option is bean chili with tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and chipotle chilies. Pour out and roast Italian eggplants, then smother in tomato sauce or meat sauce, breadcrumbs, and fresh herbs. Add whole or chopped okra to a yellow curry base or combine with a masala mix to make bhindi masala. Snack time is a great time for fruits and vegetables to really shine. Whether you're eating some baked goods, dipping into a tasty sauce or nut butter, or adding some spice to your favorite fruit, there's always room for a little snack in the day. Make banana or pumpkin bread and consider adding shredded zucchini. The extra flavor and texture is almost impossible to detect. Dip cucumbers, carrots, celery, or pita in hummus or tzatziki. Buy a package of non-candied trail mix or make some at home with your preferred unsweetened dried fruits and nuts. A serving is 1/2 cup or a cupped hand. Chop a mango or watermelon into chunks and sprinkle with tajin or added chili powder, lime juice, and a touch of salt to taste. In this next section, we'll demonstrate healthy, nutrient-preserving cooking methods by following sample recipes. Roasting, baking, and broiling create vegetables that are a little crispy with a softer interior without using much oil or direct contact with a flame. This reduces fat consumption, prevents fat-soluble vitamin loss, and retains flavor. Sautéing and stir-frying are two similar methods of cooking where the ingredients are placed in a hot pan with a small amount of oil and cooked for a relatively short time. For stir-frying, this is often only a few minutes. Almost any vegetable that is cooked in the oven can also be air-fried at quicker speeds and with crispier outcomes. However, most tabletop air fryers can only fit a couple servings. There is some concern about the charring caused by grilling and its possible negative effects on health, but the emphasis has been on grilled meats, not fruits and vegetables. The harmful compounds form when fat drips into open flames, and this happens minimally with lightly oiled fruits and vegetables as they are naturally low in fat. You don't need an outdoor barbecue or grill to make these peaches. A relatively inexpensive grill plate on the stovetop will work just as well. Steaming is a very effective method of cooking that also keeps in most of the phytonutrients in vegetables, especially if done over rice or another grain. This way, the grains absorb any drops from the vegetables and prevent almost all loss. Steaming can be done over a pot of boiling water or in a rice cooker, but make sure that the water doesn't come in contact with the steam basket. Microwaving is a quick, effective way to heat frozen or fresh vegetables. To avoid contaminants entering your food from plastics, cook in a microwave-safe bowl or dish. Thank you for watching our video on Eat the Rainbow. We at the WorkWell Center hope this will inspire you to start incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your meals and snacks. Remember, every little bit helps. Stay well.